Hello, Internet, and welcome to Podcast Equipped, episode number 22.
We did it!
We did it. I'm your host, Miguel Zarate, alongside, of course, my best friend, John Valencia.
What's up, Internet? Wow!
What's up, John? How's it going? We forgot to turn on the light.
Oh, fail. Well, we still have pretty good light.
Are you sure? Yeah, whatever. We'll roll with it. We'll roll with the natural light and punches as we do on this show.
Hell yeah.
So, John.
Yes.
What have you been eating this week?
I've been eating, let's see, I had sushi, I had a pizza, I had some chicken. What about you?
I had some pizza today. You know, we went to a local eatery. I don't know if it's local or not. Is Peter Piper's local?
No.
Is it native to Arizona? No. Where is Peter Piper's from?
I have no idea.
I also had some sushi with you this week.
Mm-hmm. Didn't go so good for me.
I had some chocobo. Do you know you can make cactar?
Did not.
I didn't know either.
What do you use cactar for?
You eat it.
Oh. You don't make it into a special dish?
It's like Arizona, man. You can eat the what's it called? The natural resources that is cactus. Anyways, John, what have you been gaming on this week?
I have actually not been gaming that much this week. I touched Kickbeat, Mortal Kombat for the Vita. And
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, I bought Mortal Kombat for the Vita because it was only $5.
Random.
And I've been touching Persona 3. I went back to Persona 3.
Okay. Weird roundabout of games you got going on there.
I know.
Me, I haven't been gaming much. Rocket League I've been playing, obviously, still.
Obviously, if you guys catch the We Play Wednesday yesterday.
Yep, we got that up and going. It's we didn't do too well in that Let's Play, but I promise you I'm way better than that. I promise you I'm pro level status online.
I'm semi-pro.
It's just weird. It's weird playing with somebody inexperienced.
Excuse me, Mr. I play 20 hours of Rocket League, and me, I'm just...
Hey,
Vita! Yeah.
It's alright. Rocket League it's super fun. Game of the Year candidate so far. Game of the Year candidate. I don't know what else I have Game of the Year for.
Mine is... I don't know.
Exactly. Don't tell me. It's because we haven't been playing many games, alright? We don't play that AAA games that gets released every time.
It's too expensive. $60 a game.
Well, maybe when we live together, we'll get better about that. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Not necessarily on this podcast, but just in life in general. I want our Game of the Year to be different, and I'll just leave it at that.
All right.
We'll talk about that later on Podcast Equip. But I've been gaming on Rocket League.
Mm-hmm.
Rocket League.
Mm-hmm.
Rocket League. Name the 5 greatest games alive. Rocket League, Rocket League, Rocket League, Rocket League, and Rocket League.
What about Tetris?
Tetris is... That's all right.
You play Tetris.
I did play Tetris.
I was like, you played Tetris
on my
this
Discuss
week.
Play Monday this week. Go catch that. I tell you why I wanted to podcast in the first place.
Yeah.
But yes, that's what I've been gaming on, John. Anyways, if you didn't know, we talk about food and games on this podcast, not necessarily food. But this is Podcast Equipped. Every week, John and I come equipped with video game news and topics about the video game industry and discuss them for your viewing and or listening pleasure. You can catch us every Thursday on Equipped Gaming on YouTube or on SoundCloud. Same name. Anyways, John, what are some news stories we've got for the people today?
Well, first, they found a rare Chocobo egg hidden in the deep valleys of Easter Island.
Nope. Anyways, what do we really got going on for us, John?
All right, so the Xbox division has growth despite Microsoft losing $2.1 billion.
$billion. This is an interesting story to me. As you know, we've discussed it on the podcast before. There's been talks about Microsoft just letting Xbox One or Xbox division kind of go, which some people took with a grain of salt. Some people took it seriously. And I kind of took it seriously too, because that's a big company for them to be investing in something that's losing them money on the bottom line. But obviously that's not the case. It's the opposite of what we thought. Xbox One's division is actually growing, while Microsoft as a whole kind of took a shot in the arm this week, or this
took an arrow
quarter.
To the knee.
Took an arrow to the knee this quarter. So what do you think? I don't know.
I think it's probably more of a wake-up call to Microsoft to actually probably rethink their decision and actually go back and start funding Xbox again.
Well, I mean, they've been funding Xbox.
But not as much.
Yeah, I think they could double down on it, like Sony has doubled down on PlayStation. So now it's like they have a lot of services associated with PlayStation. You know, they got PlayStation
View, Now.
Now, Music.
Spotify.
And I'm sure they could call most of their division like PlayStation Video. They started that with like Powers, whatever that is. You know, that division of things. I don't know. I think it's a good service. I think eventually PlayStation Plus could become something more than just
discount for games.
Discount for video games and stuff. I think it could become like a big movie thing service, or like you get discounts on movies. Well, you already get that.
I mean, you do, yeah.
So, but that's what I mean.
But you get the powers with free for PS Plus.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But I think eventually it'll be beyond PlayStation users. Just a thought. Just a thought. We got more Microsoft news this week.
What?
We
Wait,
kind of have several Microsoft news this week.
You mean this is the actual Microsoft-oriented episode?
What are you talking about? We did that on E3 too.
Yeah, but that was like one half of it.
It was a big episode.
Yes.
Anyways, Microsoft, and this is something me and you have talked about for years, the difference between PlayStation and Microsoft, or Xbox. They're finally facing a lawsuit for their disc scratching.
Oh, God.
It's about time. Like, I'm not saying anything bad about them. I am, I guess. But it's just like, why should we be blamed for you guys not designing a sturdy enough console that if it gets moved by mistake, or if I move it with a disc in there, why does my shit gotta get scratched? I can move my PlayStation 4 with a game in it.
Dropped the hell out of it by accident. I dropped my PS3 the other day by accident with the game in there. I was like, it should be okay.
And it was fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. I don't get that. Why not design something to keep gamers safe? I mean, it makes sense. You guys already had the Red Ring of Death. You guys know what that's like.
God.
You guys know what it's like to have faulty consoles. Why keep making faulty consoles that if you accidentally move it or something, it's going to scratch a disc? Because, you know, a lot of kids own these consoles. Their parents buy them for their kids. And then all of a sudden they buy them a new $60 game.
And then they forget about the game in there, and then they move into the living room.
Yeah, or something like that. Or even like you have a younger sibling. They come and they fucking knock it over or something. And your disc is done, and that's $60 spent. I know that they do replace first-party games, but not third-party games. So it's like...
Yeah, because, my brothers got mad at me for something, so they decided to put both of my Left 4 Deads in my Xbox and shake it. And what did I get? Circles around my discs.
Why? You're little assholes, by the way.
Yeah.
But...
I know who you are, too.
That's beyond...
Looking at you.
That's beyond the point. That is... It's just like, this should not be a thing, you know what I mean? Most DVD players are kind of safe when you put them in there. Some of them are. Some of them aren't. But PlayStation, that's one big thing about PlayStation I've always liked, because I didn't have to worry about my disc getting scratched. So I think it's good that they're finally facing a lawsuit about this. I hope the consumers win, so we get better-made Xboxes Ones in the future.
Oh, God, yes. I'll be so happy once that happens.
Yeah, because I'm kind of worried when we buy an Xbox One. Not that we're adults, so it's easier for us to take care of our things.
Like,
know.
Take it out. Okay.
We're more responsible. We know about it. We're hardcore gamers, obviously.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing with like me and you. We both had Nintendo, the GameCube. I had the Wii, PS3, and we always constantly moving those things around.
Yeah,
I always leave a disc in there and don't really have to worry about it.
But with the Xbox 360,
Xbox One, I could forget about the disc, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
I hope it's okay.
I was like, I hope it's
Please
okay.
be fine. But yeah, so that's what's one thing we want to discuss for you guys. What do you guys think about that? Let us know in the comments. Do you think they should have better ones? Okay, here's one fun thing for me. I've been reading. I just got finished with Console Wars, the book.
Oh.
Recommend it. Highly recommend it. John, if you want to read it.
I was like, are you going to lend to me finally?
I don't know. I honestly don't know if it's your kind of read, because I know we're kind of different in that space. You might like it. You might not. I really enjoyed it because it told a lot of stories about how games came to be. And that one of the games they talked thoroughly about is Night Trap.
Oh, good thing.
Somebody's trying to get it to browser. I don't know why.
I actually wanted to play this game though.
Why?
Because it's a whole 80s horror genre.
I don't know. I think it's interesting. You can already emulate this probably. Not that I condone illegal emulating. But you can do that already on, I think, on like a Genesis thing, because it was a Genesis game technically.
Yeah, but then they got taken off shelves.
It got taken off shelf because of controversy with Mortal Kombat and this game, and the Senate was like going crazy about video games. This is not right, even though there was really nothing wrong. What's funny is they always got their facts wrong, and they assumed you were playing the killer in that game. No, you were trying to save those sexy co-eds from getting killed, and they weren't even that sexy. They were like 90s. I don't know how to explain it.
Late 80s, early 90s style.
Yeah, which is not cute at all. That shit wasn't cute, guys. I'm sorry. Bright colors? Nope.
Neon colors? That's the new hipster style.
I mean, that's fine, but don't, like, the way it looked back then was weird. But obviously, everybody's always biased towards their own.
Like, everything was neon.
Their own age. So
high volume hair.
Whatever. But I thought that was interesting, John. You could probably let's play this from your and you can legally let's play it from your browser now.
I know.
Maybe if they get it going.
I hope they get it going. I would like to play it for the channel.
All right.
This channel, my channel.
This channel.
This channel. Then
Focus on this channel, John. Fuck your other channel.
No, I have 49 subscribers. What do I have on this channel? 12.
Well, why don't you bring those subscribers in?
I will once I resume.
Bring them in.
Come on, family. Let's go.
Here's a we're going back to Microsoft for this one. Super interesting, I think. And this could be a game changer.
Why is that it?
Well, here's why.
No.
Microsoft is working to get mouse and keyboard to work on Xbox One.
Ooh. I see. Okay, so
problems. There's problems here.
I see the keyboard because I remember PS3, PS2 always had a keyboard.
Functionality. Support. I don't know about for games though. Is this for games? Do we know?
I don't think so. I was reading about it. So it's mostly like input functions.
This is not that big news then.
Yeah.
This is not big news. But I thought we were talking about Xbox. They're working to get the games working.
Oh, so if they did that, then wow.
That
would be calling a lot of the PC gamers over.
Well, but that not only that, but then it wouldn't be fun for people with controllers because obviously mouse gets competitive advantage. Everybody got to be on the same playing field, which that wouldn't be the case anymore. See, that's what I thought was going on here.
Oh, no.
You confused me. You tricked me.
My bad.
Bait and switch, motherfucker.
See, but to be fair, I was kind of thinking the same thing. That they were actually going to implement them in the game.
Did you read the article? Right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know, like, they're trying to see how they're going to still get the mouse to work on it. If they're going to just use it as a regular browser, or they're not 100% sure on how they're going to get the mouse to be working.
I don't think they're... If it wasn't for a gaming point, then I don't think there'd be any reason for them to put it on there.
Then again, remember, Windows 10's coming out, too. So that could be...
Maybe they'll bring Explorer over, or whatever they're calling it. They don't think it's called Explorer anymore.
Well, whatever. But that's what I most likely think why they're trying to do that port over for Windows 10, since you can get Windows 10 working on Xbox One.
I see. That makes more sense to me, other than just doing it for doing it sakes. So we'll move on to more sad news from Nintendo. Not as sad as last week, but more sad news. So Project Cars, another big AAA exclusive, has been canceled for the Wii U.
What is wrong with what's going on with Nintendo?
It's underpowered. Why people would make games for this when they make ports for PS4, Xbox One that can handle it, but then you go to the Wii U, it can't handle it, and that's what they're citing the reason for is
hardware restrictions.
Hardware restrictions. They can't do it. They can't work on it. It has like its own. It's like when the PS3 was kind of different. Like it was powerful enough. PS3 was super powerful, way more powerful than the Xbox 360, as we saw with games like The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the case with Nintendo's here. Their hardware, while it is different, it is inferior also. So it's not like the PS3 where it's different, but it's more powerful. And so that's the biggest problem here. So I don't know. What do you do with that?
Well, cancel the game. Sorry. Or you can just make a dumbed down version of it.
No, but the developers don't want to do that. Why do that? And why should the gamers who are on Wii U have to face that? You know what I mean? Yeah, let's go buy your system so we can get the stupid down version of it. And that's what happened with the Wii. That's why the Wii fucked up. What's up, Joe? That's where they fucked up with the Wii. Is that the Wii just got a lot of shitty ports that nobody wanted. And while it sold extremely well, it died quickly because the games that were on there, it's okay. The games that were on there were just inferior versions of
like
games that were awesome. 2. Yeah, Modern Warfare 2. That game was awesome on every other console. Go play it on the Wii.
I'm just like, what?
Broken mess.
I actually attempted to play it on the Wii. I'm just like, wait, what? It's like, what do I do?
Can I do this? Shoot. No, I want to do that.
I was hoping for that functionality.
Why? I don't want to play a railgun shooter. GoldenEye that bitch.
You're dead.
That's what it reminds me of. Like, just think about how bad that physics were for the original N64 game, where it's just like you see your arm moving like that, all stupidly. So I figured you would just play with a Wii with that.
Can we get a 007 port like that with Wii? The Wii.
Anyways. So that's more bad things with the Wii U, and I fucked up.
See, why?
I'll tell you later.
I was like, so anyways, I'm kind of hoping that NX is powerful.
It should be. Oh, that's I remember the news story that
Good.
that I wanted to put in here.
now that we remembered.
Okay, so
Let's
the
go.
news story is that it's reported that Nintendo NX will be using AMD, which is the chip that is also in the PS4 and the Xbox One. So a similar chip.
Oh my god.
So my god, the same chip, while it may be different, it'll probably be more powerful because it's coming out later, or it just might be just as powerful because at this point, the chips that are being used in the PS4 chip is obviously more powerful than the Xbox One one, but they're about the same still a little bit. But if they go back and purchase like some of those chips that are already being used there, they're a little bit outdated already, so they might get a discount, but they're going to be as powerful as the PS4 and the Xbox One.
See, no, but I'm wondering if they're going to be using the new one. I think that just got released this year.
But well, see, that's the thing. The rumor is that they're not necessarily taking a chip that's already made.
Yeah.
They're going to use the company that makes AMD chips
to
make them their chip.
Oh.
But obviously, if it's made by the same company, they'll be similar in
hopefully
technical specs.
Hopefully not so different.
Yeah. I think that's a smart move.
And
if that's a smart move, if that's the case, if this is true, this is great news.
Better graphics.
This is just a rumor at this point, but it's almost it makes sense for me if Nintendo goes this route to use a similar chip.
No, that's not graphic. That's a processor.
Processor/graphic card, whatever you want to call it. It's all the fucking same.
Yeah, doing
it's
research.
It's not the same though.
Doing the research to buy a new computer. I know some of this stuff now.
So yeah, I found that super interesting. I'm like, that is huge if Nintendo tries to compete with them. They need to. They need to bring third parties back, and this chip could be the biggest thing to do that.
They can get actual watchdogs to work, probably.
Yep. See, and that's another thing about Project Cars. It's kind of good that they canceled it, because if not, it's just going to be another late port. They always get the ports late. After Watch Dogs came out late, Assassin's Creed's always come out late when they were still being made on the Wii U. It's a Wii U's a mess. This is why I'm not buying one. I wanted one so bad. I still want one. But I think NX is going to be backwards compatible anyways. So I will just buy it on there.
But you're going to need to buy the tablet.
No, they'll get rid of that shit. They'll finally have updates. Dude.
Oh, okay then.
Hopefully.
They better.
They need to.
They better.
Going back to the Microsoft front.
Oh, okay.
Sea of Thieves, Recore, and neither Gears will be at Gamescom.
Why?
This is kind of big though to me.
Why?
It's like Sony because they're not going to be at Gamescom this year. It's like Sony. They don't show a lot. They show a lot of smaller titles like Wild. Like everybody's gone to the Raptures where that first was shown and it was never shown again. But it's coming out 2 weeks, so besides about that. But it's like, I think they're taking that strategy where they're not showing games. They're showing more games that you haven't seen. So I'm super excited about watching Microsoft's conference on Gamescom.
Mm-hmm. So, are we going to be doing news podcasts after that one?
Of course we are.
Okay.
We got it, but it's only going to be a Microsoft heavy show. So all you Microsoft fans, mark that date.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Podcast equipped.
What are those PlayStation fanboys think?
We're not fanboys. I've said we're fans already, but Microsoft has sold me definitely on an Xbox One with their E3 showing. Hey, you can't call me a fanboy. I gave the Xbox a better rating than PlayStation, despite having Final Fantasy VII Remake at their E3 conference.
Shenmue
I still gave it to Xbox One.
And what else was there?
Last Guardian.
Last Guardian.
Come on. But yeah, I thought that was interesting news. This is exciting. Like I said, they're going to be showing probably more IP.
More Yarny?
Yarny. That was showed at the Microsoft.
I was like, that was shown at Ubisoft. No, EA. Yeah. Never mind. I retract my statement.
You better. But yeah, I thought that was super interesting because I want to see more Xbox One trying to come back in this race. It's fun to watch them come back. And I think Sony's, like I said before, Sony's going to have to respond sooner than later than they think. Because there will be a resurgence in Xbox One sales. Us being one of them.
Yeah, look at that update with nothing.
Yeah, that was confusing. They're like, oh, we have an update to show you. But there's nothing of substance in there. It's just a bunch of fixes.
We're going to fix this. We're going to fix this.
More stability update. Why even report on it, IGN? Why? Get me excited. I'm like, oh, maybe something big's coming. Nope.
It's an update to be compatible for the new update. Updateception.
Anyways, and finally, our last news story of the day, John.
Yes.
PlayStation 4 is still the best-selling console in the month of June.
What?
Making another almost pretty much out of the last 14 months, only Xbox One has won once. Or maybe twice.
Really?
But the interesting story that is a part of this is the week of E3, Xbox One sold better.
Wow.
Well, I think it's kind of ridiculous to report it that way. It's a good spin for Microsoft, but it's kind of dumb. Like, just say PlayStation 4 won the month of June.
Mhm.
Because at the end of the week, what are they going to celebrate? A week?
A week?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of big. I see why people or analysts might want to read more into this because it's the week of E3. But that makes sense. You know, sales are going to surge, especially with that backwards compatibility. I think
I think that's what
it might have convinced some parents to go out and buy their kid because they're like, oh, all those 50 games I bought you are going to work now with that system. So I don't have to feel bad about that.
Yeah, that's
or you can go trade in your Xbox. That's probably more of what happened, I believe. People started trading in their Xbox 360s, knowing that this was going to be backwards compatible.
No, because I actually have a coworker who, that's her struggle is she wants to upgrade, but she doesn't want to trade in her PS3 because she has all these games for PS3.
So don't trade it in.
And then I have to trade all those in just to get the PS4 and probably 2 or 3 games.
See, this is what the good thing about PlayStation is. I don't know if it's the same way with Xbox, because I don't have an Xbox One. But the good thing about PlayStation is pretty much all the same connectors always work with each other. So my PS3 connecting, same one as the PS4. If I want to, I unplug it, grab my PS3 out of wherever I have it, plug it in real quick. Simple.
Oh no, my PS4 wire is short now. Where's my PS3?
Yeah, exactly. That's all you need to do. I still have my PS2 plugged in every now and again. It's because it's simply all you need to do. I have the red, yellow, right, just plugged in, hanging there somewhere. And then when I need it, just the PS2, PS1, PS3 cord, power cord works with it. Plug it in, it's ready to go.
Damn.
Come on, guys. Anyways, here's why I messed up earlier, John.
Okay,
I was supposed to use Project Cars to segue into our topic of the week.
Oh, you failed.
So anyways, it seems like Wii U is having trouble this week. Let me cut into it anyways. It seems like the Wii U is struggling this week.
Well,
go answer that.
Something about Nintendo.
We already talked about Rocket League. I've talked about Rocket League for like the last fucking 5 podcasts. I love Rocket League. I was like the best game ever. But anyways, as I was saying, I was supposed to transfer with, something's going wrong at Nintendo with the Wii U. So, obviously, because Project Cars and stuff like this keep happening. So, John, if you ran these 3 companies, what would you do with them? And I'll also answer this question. If you were running Nintendo right now,
mm-hmm.
how would you fix this problem? Or what would you do in the future, obviously?
Obviously, and we're keeping resources that's already present, right?
Yeah, we're keeping everything that's done is done. You can't go back and change stuff. You can only try to defer where you're going in the future. Me, personally, I would if this rumor is right with the AMD chip, I would double down on that. And I would try to get early NX kits to dev kits as possible to everybody out there. Ubisoft, get it to EA, get it to all the big publishers. Get them their kits so they can start making games for this so you can release with something big or at least same third-party games that are coming out for the other consoles at the same time when this thing is supposed to be done.
Yeah, but don't you think it's going to give them a time crunch on when those games are going to come out?
No, that's what I mean. Because if the chips are similar, then they should be able to develop these games as they're developing PS4 versions of, like, say, Assassin's Creed or something.
Yeah.
Make sure they have an NX ready to work on the next Assassin's Creed. Not necessarily the one that's coming out this year, but the one that's coming out next year could probably be done if the rumors are true that NX is coming out this year. So I would make sure that is done. I'm not sure if that is done yet. Because I know there's Project Cars developer. They were like, we want to make it for the NX. We would like to, but we haven't got the dev kit yet. So that's what I would do. Get the dev kits out as possible, soon as possible. Make sure developers have your console. That's something I would do. What would you do if you're Nintendo, John?
If I was a Nintendo, damn. See, mine was going to be a little bit different. Like, probably delay the NX for another year and a half, maybe a half a year, maybe. Just so that the sheer fact that you can still have the Wii U, still get the support from the Wii U on there. Instead of, like, trying to kill it off with the NX.
You have to kill it off. I'm sorry. This thing is dead in the water. That's another thing. I think the route you should go, instead of doing that necessarily, is I would make sure it's backward compatible, too. Make sure the chip we're getting can emulate Wii U software.
Now we emulate.
Well, that's what they always do. Like PS1, working on the PS2. Same shit. It's emulating. But yeah, I think you would have to do something about that really quick because you need to get third parties right on your side, Nintendo. You listening?
And then let's see. Fanatics is gonna have like the same, like similar hardware
as the PS4.
I think I'm gonna probably just work on no gimmicks for this console.
Yep.
Actually, probably have a similar GameCube style controller.
I would just like make it backwards compatible with the GameCube controller. Damn.
Actually, that's probably not a bad idea.
That controller was not bad at all.
Yeah, that's like one of the best controllers out.
It feels great in your hand. I don't know. Maybe it's too different. Well, the only thing I didn't like is how the A button's all big.
A button, B button small. Your two X and Y.
Maybe that's a bad idea then.
Well, not really. No, I don't know. But then again, we do have a lot of FPSs, so
yeah,
we would need a second analog
Maybe
stick.
make it similar to that.
That's what I said, like a similar one. Not kind of like the Game Boy.
I
didn't like the Pro Gamer.
You don't like those?
I didn't really like that.
They're alright. I mean, they work for what you need.
But like I said, it's like I still maybe have the GameCube feel, but like different layout.
Maybe.
Because the GameCube fucking controller
felt right,
comfortable,
felt right in your hand. But that's what it's always came down to because it was always right for the Nintendo games.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it always felt right because Nintendo knew how to develop for their own system. But it's like third-party games, maybe not so much. How did Resident Evil feel there?
I don't know. I didn't play Resident Evil for GameCube.
You did?
I played it for PS2.
Resident Evil 4?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you did.
Nope.
That's interesting. Oh well. And then I don't know what I would do. I think if I'm Nintendo, I'm already working on my next gen hardware for handheld. Because 3DS I think it's at the end, not the end of its road, but I think all the big sales it's making are done. Like I haven't seen a big reason to buy what's it called? New Nintendo 3DS. Stupid name, by the way. Get better at naming things. First thing we would do. I'd make sure it's not something like Wii Next Gen or something.
Wii U, the expansion pack for the Wii.
Yeah, something. I'd make sure we're working on a next gen handheld too, so we can have new gen handheld. Maybe that's as strong as the Vita.
Ooh, competition.
Well, the Vita's. We'll get to that when I talk about Sony. I have a lot to say about that.
Like I think we both do. The Vita on its own.
Anything left for Nintendo for you?
Like I was gonna do the same thing when you started explaining the new 3DS. Actually, make games for the exclusive for 3DS
for the new Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah,
because there's no reason to buy that thing right now.
Only two games.
Zero. Xenoblade Chronicles and
Binding of Isaac.
Yes, which is what Binding of Isaac.
Yeah.
You don't even need the second analog stick for Binding of Isaac.
They should. Okay, so
press X.
They should get. Wait, Shovel Knight's already for 3DS. Yes. Never mind.
See, what was the point of making this? I understand it's a little bit stronger, but if you're not going to take advantage of it,
they just wanted to give you the C nub.
Yeah, they just wanted to sell more. Nintendo's good at that. Making different iterations.
Oh, you want an amiibo? We have 5 amiibo for Mario.
Remo! That's my cat.
See, we got an 8-bit Mario. We got the Golden Mario. We have regular Mario. There's I want to see there's Cat Mario? No. I think there's only 3 Marios. 8-bit, Golden, and regular.
I don't care about Amiibo. Oh, that's what they also did. It supports Amiibos now.
Yeah, but then now...
But how many people are buying Amiibos for what Amiibos actually do? No one. 0.
They're just buying them because they're toys.
Yes, exactly. And I want to put them on my shelf. Okay.
I'm not going to use these in games, but like me, I want to buy the fucking Yoshi Woolly World one. Oh, the plush.
You're not going to use it, though.
Exactly.
So, it's whatever.
The blue Yoshi's mine.
That's what we do if we own Nintendo. Now, moving on. If I owned PlayStation.
Ooh. If I own
I'd be like, what are my first-party studios doing? I understand you don't want to rush them, but at the same time, you got to get something out from them. Right now, Xbox One's catching up, and I would see that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, we're selling well, but we gotta wait till next month to see what the real results of E3 are. If Xbox One is going to be on the rise, or if PS4 is going to still be the king for what it is right now. So I think that's why I'm looking forward to next month's numbers, because the Arkham Knight helped them early in the month with their bundle.
Mm-hmm.
But then clearly Xbox took the second half of it when the E3 came around. So I'm interested to see what these week's numbers are going to be. So I would be like, try to get my first parties to release something, some news on whatever they're playing on. Try to get as many first party studios to show what they're working on.
Yeah, because we don't know what Naughty Dog's second studio is doing right now.
Second team's doing. We don't know what Sucker Punch is doing right now. Santa Monica. We know they're working on a God of War, but we see nothing.
I was supposed to say, aren't they working on God of War?
The next one, but we don't know. We haven't seen anything.
And then we have, who am I missing?
There's Sony Bend. Still don't know what they're doing.
That game studio.
Yeah. There's so many games. Like, what are you guys doing?
Well, we know what Media Molecules, and we have Tearaway coming for PS4, and then we also have
Dreams.
And
then Morpheus. More information on Morpheus. It's supposed to release next year, but
we're just getting... We're still getting demos on it.
Yeah, it's like, we need something. We need games for Morpheus.
I want a horror game.
Gamescom is where that comes in. Who knows?
Nothing from Gamescom from Sony.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, Paris Games Week, whatever. Where they have their press conference there. And don't forget, we also are going to have probably a PSX2, I'm assuming.
PSX2? Yeah!
I'm assuming.
I want to go.
So, we'll see how that goes. But, as for that, like I said, I want to try to get as many first-party studios to see what the hell they're doing.
No. See, my focus would be first on the Vita.
Well, I have a lot to say about the Vita, but I'll let you go first.
Okay, so the Vita, we all know it's not doing so well, and it's not getting so much support.
Third parties.
Third-party support.
Indies. Well, indies are third party. Well, yeah. I don't know. But
indies are. But you know, its own section.
A lot of gamers are like, no, that's not. Anyways, go ahead.
Have they played Child of Light?
Go ahead.
But what would I do with the Vita? Probably. Jesus Christ, that scared me. I think I'll probably spend more time advertising it because I felt like it didn't get that much
chance. Nope, it never was gotten the chance. Definitely, it deserved to get.
And then, I mean, for us right now, it's just the Vita is just everything like word of mouth. Like, you should get a Vita because it's awesome. It's attached. It has all these awesome games. Like, for me, if I was gonna make a commercial, like do interviews about gamers who have the Vita.
Yeah,
like why you should
start a new campaign is what you're saying. Try to get it into the mindset.
Yeah, and then I don't know, bring in Build a List again.
I love Build a List. I think that's still a thing, but it's just nobody uses it as much.
Silent Hill #Build a List.
It's not happening, Don. Silent Hill is dead.
Silent Hill. Which one were they? Shattered Memories and Origins, please.
So for me, my Vita, what I would do with the Vita? I'm sorry, I give up. The Vita's gone. No, not that I'm not going to try to sell it to any new gamers. Nope. But I'm not going to completely kill it yet. I think it's too late. The Vita had its chance, like the PSP. The PSP was once considered dead. And then Sony came back with like big third-party titles like Metal Gear, Little Big Planet. They started making console-quality titles.
Those are first-person.
What?
You said third-person.
Third-party, I said.
You said third-party.
No, Big Planet's third-party and first-party. They started making a lot of big games, big-name games for the Vita. God of War that came out for that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they like kind of relaunched it, and it went on to sell 80 million. I think we're past that with the Vita. The Vita's never going to get there, no matter what you put on there. You can get as many games. You can start with Gravity Rush 2. You can announce a new Call of Duty game for that. You can announce a Destiny minigame, and I don't think they'll sell for shit. Because in the mindset of people, the Vita's already gone. So advertising to new people is not going to work. I think we start working on the next gen. Like I'm saying, we're going to go for another portable.
Damn. It's going to have a third analog stick?
It's going to be like this design I saw. It's like it's a phone, but it's skinny enough to be a phone, but also has a controller with it. I don't know. Something like that. But I think we don't necessarily kill the Vita. We just don't advertise it to new people because it's not going to sell no matter what we do. But we reward the players who are still playing on Vita. We start bringing every game that comes out for Japan, localize it for America.
Yes.
Localize it for America. No matter what it is. Localize it to America. That way they always have games. One, we keep the indies going. The indies love the Vita because it's easy to develop for, and
they look so well.
Yeah, and they play so well on there. And the buttons work for it.
No, they don't. Mine stopped working.
I don't think we start making first-party titles, or we buy a new studio that's really cheap, that makes maybe mobile games, and have them develop games for the Vita, because they understand handheld games.
No,
as it is.
they understand mobile games.
Yeah, but they could just put it with game controllers. There are some good mobile games out there that, if they had a controller, I'd probably play it.
Well,
So
you can always buy the $100 controller for your phone.
But
There we go.
Yeah, but then it's like you buy new people. Then not only will they work on Vita games, and maybe even have studios porting games that exist already on the Vita to the Vita. Whatever, keep making remasters. Go, put them on the Vita. They could also be your big. They could also lead the way for your next big handheld. That's what I would do if I was them.
What would you call this handheld?
I don't know.
Remember, it was supposed to be. But what was it? PlayStation before the
NGP next gen.
Oh yeah, the next gen portable. I like that name.
Nah, that's a dumb name. I like Vita, but Vita's not as a good name either.
Life, PlayStation Life.
I don't know what you call the next one. I think you gotta make it maybe a phone for the next
We'll
one.
call it PlayStation Second. Wanna know why?
Why?
Give it a second chance.
PlayStation Rebirth.
Oh.
No, that's dumb. Anyways, Xbox.
Ooh, Xbox.
Xbox, if I'm you.
I'd tell not Quantum Dreamers, who the fuck? Remedy, make Alan Wake 2.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not joking. Remedy, Alan Wake 2.
That's what my first day in the office.
Remedy.
Get me the president of Remedy.
Yes? Alan Wake 2. Goodbye.
Get out of my office. No. If I'm them, I continue the momentum.
I'll kill off Halo.
No. I continue the momentum that they're on. They're on a huge upswing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it'd be hard to replace Phil Spencer. But I go, my first day, go out and try to buy Hideo Kojima.
Oh.
I go get him. Give him his own studio. Try to do it in secret. Next year, E3?
PT. For Xbox One.
Not necessarily. No. Because they're not going to be able to do that. Maybe they make a spiritual successor. But that's not what I want. I want Hideo Kojima. I don't ask any questions. I go to him. Give him the biggest check I can find. Throw money at him.
Damn, make it rain on him.
Throw him at him. Make whatever game you want. I don't need to hear about it. I don't need to know what your plans are. Go make a game for us. Exclusive for the Xbox One. With your name on it. We'll put a big name on it.
That's the box art, just Studio Kojima.
Yep. Not even. We'll call it whatever you want to call it. You don't have to call it your Studio Kojima. But as long as your name is right there. Hideo Kojima presents an Xbox One exclusive. Done. We're going to keep competing with PlayStation. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep rising up.
Yeah, that's really good. Because there was rumors that, what's it called? Microsoft was trying to get Kojima to get PT over Xbox One, and that would have been so sad.
Well,
so very sad.
So what would you do if you owned Xbox? You didn't think about it very well, did you?
No, well, I was kind of thinking like just get rid of the Kinect. Nobody really uses the Kinect.
They've already done that.
But then also keep the Kinect because see, here's the thing with the Kinect though. Like, what are you gonna use if you're gonna be broadcasting and you want your face cam on?
So is that what you do? You turn it in.
And I wouldn't turn it necessarily into like a broadcasting thing, but probably fix it so like people who are content creators.
Yeah, but how do you get it into the hands of people who own an Xbox already without the Kinect?
Without the Kinect, I don't know. Maybe use Microsoft webcams.
Bill Gates would like to see you in his office, sir.
Oh no, I'm dead.
You're fired.
You're fired, sir.
You're fired.
Damn.
Here's something for you that I think you'd be excited about. Get Oculus to work with the Xbox One.
No, that's what the HoloLens is for. And Michael is calling.
Get.
I'm podcasting. I'll call you back.
You should have just said head over.
Head over.
Anyways.
Oh.
But yeah. So that's what I would do. I'd make sure the Oculus Rift worked the Xbox One to compete with Morpheus. They get every game. They get every same game that we do, pretty much. Anyways,
don't. Wait, no. Facebook owns Oculus though.
Yeah, I'd make a deal with them because it's gonna work on every PC. Why not make it also work with the console? That's what I thought PlayStation should have done in the first place.
Yeah, but I think they're gonna. I mean, HoloLens is its own thing, but I think they could probably get.
But they're two different things in my mind.
No, I mean, this made by Microsoft though, but I think since Windows 10 can be operated on Xbox One, I don't see why you can't
Get Oculus. Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, not the Oculus. Get the HoloLens maybe to be compatible with it.
It's also gonna be. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be compatible with PC as well. But
of course, it's gonna be compatible.
But there's
with PC.
there's something completely different about wearing that big helmet. Oh, that is Oculus, and putting on the glasses. That is the HoloLens. They're two completely different things. That's why I say you get, because a lot of people are gonna be making games for Oculus, and then they're gonna port those games over to Morpheus. So that's an offer they can't put on what's it called, Xbox One right now.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you have that compatibility.
I see what.
Yeah. Anyways, that's been Podcast Equipped, episode number 22.
Oh, my mic's been off this whole time.
As always, really?
No.
As always, you can find us on youtube.com/equippedgaming. You can follow me, Miguel, on Twitter at Mig_AZ. Follow John on Twitter at Tagless02. Come back every week, every Thursday for Podcast Equipped, every Saturday for John's Let's Plays, every Monday for my Discuss Plays, and every Wednesday for our We Play Wednesdays.
Yay.
I got it all, and I didn't make a mistake on either the intro or the outro today.
Good for you.
I'm getting good.
You're getting good.
Anyways,
get good.
Come back every week for us, and come equipped and ready, as we do, with news and video game topics. Thank you, Internet, and goodbye.
Goodbye, Internet. We love you all.